respect people and say they're not respecting me. We must change this and go back to the principles that underpin prosperity, which are the same principles His Excellency the Vice President pointed out in his speech on a new tribe. Integrity, hard work that produces excellence. I don't want to give too many quotes. Each time when I said hard work, I remember Aristotle. You know, excellence is what we do. You know, it's not an act or something. It's not an event. It's what you do. It's what you repeatedly do that is excellence. So hard work produces excellence. Justice and love of country. Those are the qualities that will build the nation we want. Ladies and gentlemen, principles are universal and are always at work, whether we acknowledge them or not. In his very seminal and influential book, Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey said, principles are rules or laws that are permanent. Principles are rules or laws that are permanent, unchanging and universal in nature. We must build the Nigeria of our dreams on the set of principles that underpin genuine and lasting prosperity, such as integrity, hard work and excellence, justice and love of country. Let me now begin to conclude by summarizing the lessons I've shared with us today. First of all, we must start with the end in mind. What is the country we want? What do we want so that we know what to sow? We need a vision for Nigeria, which builds a great nation, brings success, and produces a good life for all our people. That's what we want. Then next, I have shared with us 3 key steps for implementation, for getting things done and producing the good results we so desperately need. First, we must create the environment for all to succeed. It has been said that when Nigerians live here, they succeed. But when you give them high hurdles to jump in Nigeria, unfortunately, many people will fail the high jump. Government at all levels, the private sector, and even civil society must accept responsibility and partner to create the enabling environment. Notice that this is about collective partnership, working together. It's not about finger pointing. As important as government is, it cannot create the enabling environment alone. But a major part of enabling environment is what we do for each other in our communities, in our societies, in our churches, in our homes, in our workplaces. Second, the second lesson I shared with us for building this great society of ours is to inspire and foster a committed generation, armed and dedicated to build the Nigeria of our dreams. And I'm proposing that we be the Nigerian, we be that generation, we be that new tribe that will do it. Let's not pass it on. Let's not kick the ball further afield. Third and finally, we must follow the contrarian principle of always doing the right thing first and not being unduly influenced by popularity or wanting to be praised by men. What do you need the praises of men for? Dare to be contrarian and wise enough to be right on what actually works as opposed to what people want to hear. Let me now close by speaking briefly on a subject that is very dear to my heart. And this is just my own way of accepting responsibility, having shared this with us. You know, I was asked to join the government a little under 2 years ago, November 2015. You know, and for me, I accept that this is an important opportunity, even a unique opportunity. And I must make the most of the opportunity I've been given to serve my country. You know, I don't want to end up when I'm done saying what just happened. The time just, you know, breezed away, and before I know it, the tenure is over. I know that ultimately promotion comes from God, and I must not squander the grace of God. And I would add, we must not squander the grace of God. I know many of us here are also in positions of responsibility. We must master and make the most of the opportunity God has given us to serve our nation. You know, because it's one thing to be on the other side and be saying what they ought to do. It's another thing when you are invited to join the government. You know, then you must say, what must I do to be a blessing to my nation and to my people? And we must not squander the opportunity God has given us. David said, is it a light thing to marry the king's daughter? You know the story. 1 Samuel chapter 18, they came to him and said, oh, the king is thinking you might marry the daughter. And they were trying to trick him, but he said, what? Don't you understand how big a deal it is? It's not a small thing to be asked to serve your country. So I don't take it for granted at all. You know, we must make the most of the opportunity we've been given by God to serve this nation. We must. Jesus in the Bible admonishes us to walk while it is day. For Jesus himself says, the night is coming when no one can walk. It has been said that the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of the opportunity. Every opportunity has an expiry date. We have the responsibility to make the most of the opportunities we have been given to serve our nation and build the Nigeria of our dreams. And the job starts now. Paul said, but by the grace of God, I am what I am. And his grace toward me was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all. Then he concludes by saying, yet not I, but the grace of God that was with me. You know, so as I conclude, I just want to serve in a way when it's all over, because I know that it's definitely going to be all over sooner rather than later. I can honestly say to myself and others that I gave it my all. I worked hard. I poured my life into it. The grace bestowed upon me by God was not squandered, and I gave it my all. I want to serve with the motto, no reserves, no retreats, no regrets. Like Paul, when it's all over, I want to be able to say, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have kept the faith. And I want to invite all of us here today to adopt this same mindset. That's what will build in Nigeria. We can build Nigeria for ourselves and our posterity. We can, but we must accept the responsibility now. I invite all of us here today to adopt this same mindset as we run this race together to build the Nigeria of our dreams. At the end of our race, may our Father in heaven say to us, well done, good and faithful servants. You have been faithful in all these things. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if that is not a call to duty, you tell me what could be a call to duty. Let's put our hands together again for the Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry, Honorable Oke Enelama. All right, so there will be no much pause. We are proceeding with our program. And to anchor the plenary session of the platform will be no lesser personality than the Bishop of Sokoto, Father Matthew Hassan Kuka. Apparently we've saved the strongest leg for the last, perhaps, I don't know. But Bishop Kuka is the current bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto. Bishop Kuka has vast years of experience working with the church in the academia and as a respected statesman in Nigeria. He is a PhD holder from University of London's School of Oriental and African Studies in 1990. He is also a Senior Rhodes Fellow at Oxford University. As a statesman, he has served notably as a member of the Human Rights Violations Investigation Commission, Federal Government of Nigeria, and chairman of the Ogonishel Reconciliation Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we receive to the platform 2017 Bishop Matthew Kuka.
Thank you very much. Minister Enelama quoted the gospel so copiously, and I'm not sure how much is left for me as a priest. Let me thank my brother Poju and really associate myself with what everybody has said about how timely and how important this platform has become. You know, listening to the Honorable Minister, he's spot on some of the issues of our country. But then our obsession with photocopies, you know, we love to photocopy from elsewhere without the discipline to face the hard work. I got a message from somebody who said, you know, I grew up with my grandmother, and like all grandmothers,